Okay. All right. Okay. Hey guys. So welcome to the channel, guys. I am Philip Page. I'm going to do something a little bit different tonight than what I have done before in a live streaming session. I want to actually make an episode for the channel, but I kind of threw it out to everybody on Facebook, who's part of the group and who follows the page. Hey guys, how do you feel about watching live the making of a session? And everyone seemed to really like the idea. So that's what we're going to kind of do today. Is woo! Okay, so Leslie is here, Vicky is here. Awesome, guys. Awesome. There's probably going to be a few more show up. Now, one thing that I did mention was that once the session gets going, I'm not going to be able to interact with anybody on YouTube Live because I am going to be actually filming a session that will be edited down just like I've done with the other sessions and then posted in the next coming days on the channel. And so that's what's going to be going on tonight. So I don't need to be rude as this moves along. I'm just not going to be able to interact with you guys. Okay? I will interact with you, before I start, and then once I am done with the session, then and I call that quits. Then I'll be able to, hop back on and talk with you guys about the session and so forth and so on. Now, one of the reasons why I specifically wanted to do this was, and I'm going to mention this in the episode as well, was because I have added gold to the Angel phone. In fact, so hey Gina, what's up? Yeah, that's exactly what's going to be going on. You're going to be watching the behind the scenes of what's going on. So I have gold both on the outside and on the inside now of the Angel phone. Sorry, guys. Okay. For some reason, the lighting looked off, but so I have gold on the inside and on the outside of the Angel phone. If you remember, about the past 5 videos now, they've been coming through and saying gold, making references to gold. I honestly don't know if they were telling me to put gold inside of it or what the reference was. I'm assuming they were asking for gold to be put in, so that's why I added the gold. We'll see what happens, guys. So we now have copper, we have crystals, and we have gold, all mixed in together, and plus a few other doodads in there. I don't know what's going to happen, guys. I honestly don't know what's going to happen. Gold is more of a conductor, so there's a chance that, I don't know, either we're going to get amazing results, better than what we have been getting, nothing's going to happen, or the whole thing will blow up. I have no idea. So we will see. So, okay, so right now, guys, so I've got the camera over here with a soft light on, and you can see the microphone is kind of in shot over there. I have another light over there, which honestly, I really don't know if I'm going to be using or not, because I've got this soft light over here that I'm going to be using to help illuminate the scene. Leslie, if you break out and dance, I'm going to want to see it. Now, a little technical tip to you. This is providing soft, even light so that it's not going to be harsh when we see it in the playback. This is what's going to, this light up here that's on the camera, that is an adjustable, like news video type light. It's a soft light, has a soft diffuse filter on it. That's going to be providing eye light. That way the eyes don't look dead. Yeah. Oh, wrong term, I guess, to use. But it's going to add that little sheen in the eyes. So that's what that's for. The mic it's called a shotgun mic. It's a directional mic, which means you can, as long as you're aiming it toward the direction where you're speaking, that's what it's going to pick up. It's not going to pick up any audio to the sides or to the back of you. So it does pick up better audio. Now, one thing that I still have to do, because I'm feeding all of this into the same computer. Now, the thing is, I don't know, once I turn the camera on, if there's going to be any disturbance between the webcam and this camera. Because like I said, I have it all feeding in to one. In fact, you know what? Let me try it. Let me turn this on and let me see if we're going to get any kind of issues. All right, we'll see what happens. Okay. All right, we're good. Woo! We are good. So I'm going to go ahead and, because right now it's asking me to give this a title, so I'm going to call this, I'm going to give it the name of the person I'm going to be doing the session about. You don't know who I'm going to do yet. You're not going to find out until I announce it in the session. All right? Hey, Catherine, what's going on? Happy you could make it. So I'm still setting up. So I now have the computer set up to record video. I'm now going to set it up to record audio. And give me one moment, gang, while I get this. Of course I'm sneaky. Of course. This is actually exciting, guys. I'm happy that you are here and that you are a part of this. Okay, which microphone do I have? Give me 1 second, gang. I'm assuming that's a microphone. Give me one more moment. It gives me a couple different microphone options, and I gotta make sure that I'm mapped to the right one. Okay, there we go. There we go. And so what that will do, because if you guys remember, where are you at? Where are you? Give me 1 moment, guys. Sorry. There you are. Woo! Okay. So if you guys remember early on, and it was pure laziness on my part, so I apologize about that, but some of the audio was actually pretty rough. And I like to nitpick my own stuff. There's things in each video that I could do differently, that I could change, that I could do better at. And so, but having to sit through something that has horrible audio nobody should have to deal with that. And so I'm using the shotgun mic right now. Like I said, I just want to make sure that it's set up properly so that we can, get you guys good audio. So, okay, now the other thing, I don't know if you can see it right over here. That's where I have the sports camera. It's like the GoPro knockoff. And so that is what is going to be filming the Angel phone. So as I drop the tablet again. Okay, so that's going to be providing what's called B-roll. B-roll, it's like the secondary shots, it's the backup shots. It's the shots that you can always go to, you can cut to for editing. If you notice in a lot of sessions, I like to cut to it when a voice comes through, when a spirit comes through, and it breaks up monotony. It breaks up monotony. And so that's why that is there. Because frankly, as complimentary as some of you have been sitting through a video of just me talking for 20 minutes, you would jump through a window. And I don't want to do that to you. So guys, do you have any questions before I really get this started? I'm looking at the responses right now, just waiting to see if there are going to be any questions or comments. Because once again, guys, once I get this session going, I am not going to be able to look at this. I'm not going to be able to respond to this. Where the computer is at least a good 7 feet from where I'm going to be sitting. So I'm not going to have access to the computer, okay? So if you have any questions or any comments at all, please, let's go ahead and knock that out now, because it's going to be about a good 20 minutes or so, depending how long the session takes. Hey, Faith, Godzilla. Faith wants to know what's on my shirt. This was from the latest Godzilla movie. Buddy of mine, Tim, and I, we went to go see it when it came out. And so, yeah, it is a Godzilla. Woo! All right, Leslie. Oh my God, are you guys serious? I'm on a Bluetooth speaker? That is awesome. I don't know if that mic is going to be directly into the computer. I think the audio that you're hearing right now is from the webcam itself. Thank you, Leslie. Oh, no, can you tell the difference? I think right now this is feeding from the webcam. Is there a difference here? Can you hear a difference? Because this should not be feeding to the live feed. I'm sorry, guys. Yes to what? You're hearing me out of this mic? Wow. Okay. Is that better then? Wow. Okay. I thought it was feeding right off of the webcam audio. Interesting. That is actually good to know, because when I do live sessions from here on out, instead of, I can start using this mic instead of using that mic. I like this. All right, gang. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get this crack, and I'm going to go ahead and get the tablet turned on so that we can have the Afterlight Box powered up and ready to go. Again, guys, I have no idea. I literally have no idea what's going to happen tonight. Again, the gold may add to the session. Nothing could happen, or the whole thing could just blow up. I don't know what to expect. For those of you who do stick around through this session, I will really be curious to hear what you have to say, because you are going to be able to pick up things that I'm not going to right away. All right? You know, Catherine, that reminds me of of the Saturday Night Live session, you know, more cowbell. Classic. More cowbell. Can't do it. I cannot do a Chris Walken. I can slightly do a pissed off Scott, but I can't do Scottish. I can't do Chris Walken. More gold cowbell. Oh, you know, surprisingly, the gold sheeting was easier to put on this than what I thought it was going to be. A lot easier. Okay, so the way the way this is going to happen, the flow of it is, I'm going to kind of have everything turned on. I do a slate, and then I go into the introduction. After the introduction, then I pretty much go right into the session. All right. Okay, cool. All right. Well, okay, give me a second, gang. So I'm going to check my framing in the shot. I'm a little low in the shot, so I've got to adjust the tripod. Okay, so funny story. This tripod, hold on, guys. All right, so this tripod that I have right here, hold on. There we go. Many years ago, I worked as a photographer. And the studio that I worked at, I had to go into the storage and get some lighting stuff or what have you. And I saw this tripod sitting off in the corner. Now, this is made by a company called Manfrotto. Manfrotto is probably one of the best companies you can get a tripod from. And this particular model is one, especially at that time, that I knew I was never going to be able to willingly pay money for, just because of how much it cost. And so I went up to the studio owner and I said, "Hey, you've got this tripod just kind of sitting off in the corner. Do you need it for anything?" He's like, "Nah." He was busy doing something else, not really listening to me. I said, "Can I have it?" He goes, $20. Ching! So of course I pulled $20 out. I gave it to him and took this from storage right into my car. I didn't even take it into the studio to show him what tripod it was, because then he probably would have asked for quite a bit more. And I've had this ever since. What's up? Okay, gang. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to get the camera portion ready to record. Oops. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm sorry, I can't chew gum and walk at the same time. God, I can hear all the jokes that's going to come out of that now. Okay, so this laptop that I'm using, I've had it since, God, 2005, right around there, and it still works. You know, just that the pad, the tracking pad on it is now starting to go, and so you have to constantly do one of these swiping things to get it to like move like that. Okay, so okay, guys. Okay, are you still with me? Is everybody still with me? No one's been kicked off or anything? Shit. Hold on, guys. Okay. It looks like we're having a little bit of an issue, which I don't know why we would be. This is the first time I've tried doing this, so. Interesting. I might have to change things up just a little. You know what? Actually, no, can't do that either. No, crap. There is supposedly now, there's a communication error taking place. To where, and I don't know if it's because I have the webcam in or what, but it is, import video is already started, and running on this computer cannot start another instance. Okay, tell you what, I'm just gonna do this. I'm sorry, guys, bear with me. Hey, Billy, what's going on, man? So, yeah, so this is the first time I've tried doing this, running webcam plus the video and everything else off of one unit. You know what? I may have an idea. I think I have an idea. Well, yeah, you know what, Leslie and considering who I'm trying to contact tonight, this could very well be an interesting session. Here, let me see if possibly and I thought maybe, well, you know what, here. That maybe might be a menu option, but nope. Okay. Guys, I am so sorry about this. It's definitely been taking longer than what I was hoping. Okay. So we are recording. Okay. It hasn't shut anything off yet. We might be in the clear. We might, just might. Okay, guys, I think we're good. And by the way, before I really get going with this game, I know I'm sure some of you saw that I did it on our Facebook page, on the Saving Ghosts Facebook page. But if you can just say a good word in whatever belief you may have for Florida and what's going to be going on with Florida and what they're about to face. From what I understand, this could be a Category 5, which is going to be pretty big. So if you could do that, that would be fantastic. All right, then. Okay. The computer is playing fair right now. Are we ready to go? Are we ready to do this? Once again, as a disclaimer, once I get started in the session, I'm not going to be able to respond to anything they say, but please feel free to talk amongst yourselves. Okay? Make it so. Somebody's a Star Trek fan. Let her rip, tater chip. Oh, you know what? I let her rip whenever I have Taco Bell. Shit, there goes the camera again. Damn it. Or, yeah, so. All right, guys, I've got to get a workaround, all right? I've got to get a workaround. I know exactly what I'm going to do. Bear with me. Bear with me just a few more moments. I know exactly what I'm going to do to work around this. And did you hear about the guy who is suing Popeyes because they ran out of the sandwich? Come on. All right, guys, I'm going to be right back, okay? All right. Okay, gang, I am so sorry about that. So sorry about that. And wow, you guys even stuck around. So what I'm going to do instead, because there seems to be a communication issue between me using the webcam and this camera being plugged in. Now, by the way, this camera that I was going to be using, I can't record with it like I normally would. This was the camera that we used at the Mod Museum that just became messed up, and I still have to send it in for repairs. I can feed it through the computer and record it that way, but the recording mechanism inside has to be replaced. It's not too terribly much. I just haven't gotten around to doing it. So yeah, so that's what's going on with that. Oh, balls. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, and honestly, thank God for these little cameras. So I'm going to use one of these instead, and I'm going to mount it onto what's called a slide. Okay, so here we go. Now, okay, so the little tripods that I'm using here, these are the tripods that, in our longer episodes when it's the entire team, these are the tripods that we use to mount the small night vision cameras. When Curtis places them throughout the house, that's what this tripod is. So, all right. Finally, I think we're ready to go. Okay, and all right. Okay, so I'm going to start audio again. All right. So I am going to have to calm down just a little bit because things got a little crazy for me. 3, 2, 1. And hello, everyone. Welcome back to Saving Ghosts, where we study the afterlife and what happens to us once we leave the page. And I want to thank you so much for returning back to the channel. This is going to be an interesting episode tonight. For those of you who have been watching and who have been following along with what it is that we have been doing and I have been doing with just the sessions videos, you have probably heard the last 5 sessions or so, Spirit coming through and saying gold and mentioning gold. I don't know exactly what they were talking about. I don't know what they meant by it, but apparently it was something that was important to them. And so what I did over the last couple of days was I inlaid gold on the inside of the angel phone, as well as on the faceplate of the exterior of it. I don't know what's going to happen. And so as far as I'm concerned, this is kind of a special night. And so we are actually live on YouTube right now. Anyone who wants to join in, a lot of the people who are from our Facebook groups and from our Facebook page, they've hopped on, which, guys, thank you so much for that. And because I want to share this. I want to share this event because, again, like I said, I don't know what's going to happen. Gold is a conductor, and I now have that mixed with the copper and the crystals that are inside of this. I don't know what's going to happen. And like I told them earlier, either some crazy stuff could happen, nothing could happen, or the whole unit could just blow up. I have no idea. So we're about to find out. Also, hopefully, by the time you see this and this is aired, everything as far as with Florida goes, everything is okay. But if I get this out before this storm hits, if you could please just give kind thoughts or prayers or whatever it is that you believe in, that you do. If you could please do that for Florida, that would be fantastic. Thank you so much for that. So tonight, because I am going to be using this since we have the gold put in, I posted on our Facebook page, who should I contact? Who should I contact? Who would you like for me to contact? And there were just dozens of responses. There was one in particular that stuck with me. And the reason it stuck with me simply was because the tragedy of what happened to this person is follows along in our mission statement. Why do I do this? Why we do this as a team? This person was wrongly accused, was beloved in her community, and simply because of ignorance of man, she was hanged. And I am talking about the historical figure of Rebecca Town Nurse. Rebecca Nurse was an elderly woman. She was 7 years old. And she was accused of witchcraft. This was during the 1800s. I'm actually starting to feel a little overwhelmed already, guys. I researched her before doing this episode, and what she went through, the fact that she was loved by the community that she lived in, that she went to church on a regular basis.
I don't know if it was the dispute that she had with her landowner, who was a pastor, and I believe his teenage daughter. But I want to see if we can reach out to her. I want to see if we can see if she's okay. All right, guys. So, okay, so let's go ahead and get this going. And yes, this was during the Salem witch trials. I forgot to mention that earlier. Dear Heavenly God, I pray to you, please guide this session, be over this session. I ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, please be here to guard the doorway, to vet anybody who tries to come through. Please screen the spirits that are coming through. I only allow those of love and light. I command that all doors of negativity, of oppression, of evil be closed and locked. I do not allow them open. I do ask, if she so wants to speak, if Miss Rebecca, town nurse, can come through. I ask for her to be guided. I ask for her to be protected, but only if she wants to speak. She does not have to. I'm actually a little nervous right now. Not like bad nerves, but just nervous. Hi, guys. This is Philip. Is there anybody here?
It's like Afterlight.
Hi, how are you? So, some of you have been coming through. So I am now covered in chills. My palms are sweaty. So, and I'm not saying that. So, guys, the last several sessions, some of you have come through and you've said gold. Not quite sure exactly what you're meaning by that. Wasn't quite sure if you wanted gold in this device. But I put gold in this device. Okay. I welcome those of love and light. Okay. Okay, guys, I welcome those of love and light. I welcome those who accept love. As I mentioned earlier, I do not allow any negativity. Okay. I only allow good and love, okay, guys? So I was wondering if it's possible.
I was born.
You were born? Do you mean you were born physically? Or you were born as a spirit? Hey guys, I'm wanting to know if I can speak to... Wanting to know if I can speak to Miss Rebecca Town... Rebecca Town Nurse from Salem, Massachusetts. Miss Rebecca Town Nurse. I mean no harm. I come in peace.
Leave him.
mean no harm, guys.
And we preach miracle.
Okay? I come with respect, but I also ask that respect be given to me. Okay?
He answered,
Miss Rebecca, town nurse.
Brother enough.
And then again.
Rebecca? Or Miss Rebecca?
If he knew,
Okay, it sounded like you just said if he knew what?
On account I would.
I wish to speak to Miss Rebecca, town nurse. I mean no harm. I just want to see if she is okay.
my
Miss Rebecca?
For if you boosted.
Miss Rebecca, if you can hear me, if you are here,
and
The dear.
I am so sorry for the accusations, the false accusations that were made to you, about you. And
Grass.
it's like my tablet battery is about to die.
he's challenged.
Seeds. And
Miss Rebecca, I just want to see if you're okay.
enough. Being written.
I do.
Mountain rock.
Sound like you said I have boots.
Do not look.
Not even a tree.
You guys are coming in very, very clear. Very clear.
Her, I
And
Something about energy.
when we got to the Archangel. Into the new.
attention.
Did Miss Rebecca
Pain. Or warmth.
make it into heaven? Was she able to cross over?
Secure.
It sounded like you just said, what does it
Could not
care?
until.
It sounded like you said, what does it care? If you're referring to me, I would like to think that I have empathy for
So it's in the mood.
anyone of any time period that was treated wrong.
For we.
You know, I'm not perfect, but I try.
And could.
Guys, can you tell a difference with the gold?
Use. That was
Is Miss Rebecca, is she here?
The word.
Okay, I only allow those of love and light. Okay, guys, I don't allow any foul talk.
the
With more.
Okay. I only allow those who,
which is here. And now.
guys, please know that,
And
oh, guys, I am so sorry the battery just died. All right. Please bear with me one moment while I get this issue corrected. All right, we'll get this issue corrected. Something else I wasn't expecting. Let's go old school. Give me 1 second. anniversary goes by. All right, guys. So I am so sorry about that. The tablet battery died right when we were in the middle of the session. Give me 1 second. All right, guys, so I am sorry about that. The tablet battery died. I was not expecting that. That was not a spirit thing. That was a me thing. So because I don't have a long enough cord and I don't have time to charge it, I'm going to go old school, something I have not used in a while. I'm going to pull out the PSP7 Spirit Box, which I haven't done in quite a while, and I'm going to use it in conjunction with this. Now, part of the reason why, so you can hear it's live, part of the reason why I built the Angel phone was for the PSP7. It is designed to knock out that scanning noise. So now, before I turn this back on, I will say that I am seeming to notice some differences in the communication. Stronger, clearer. I haven't quite made out everything yet, but let's see once I fire up the PSP7. Okay, that scans way too fast. Okay, guys, I'm sorry about that. Are you here? Yep. Okay, thank you for that. Guys, I'm using different technology right now. I'm using the old radio. So hopefully you can... Okay, so the knob, and I hope the camera picked that up, the knob on the adjusting dial for the noise reduction just turned twice. Okay. Okay, so I'm still trying to reach out to Miss Rebecca, town nurse. She was... Here, I'm just gonna take this off. Miss Rebecca was falsely and wrongfully accused of witchcraft. She was 71 years old, had kids. And Miss Rebecca, I just want to say that I am sorry. I am sorry that that happened to you. Even though the town signed a petition to save you, and you were released, you were found innocent, but the judge had the audacity to ask oh, I'm so sorry. The jury to change the verdict. I am so sorry. Please, your story is told. Please know that everyone knows the truth and that we are sorry for what has happened. Miss Rebecca, have you been able to find peace? Miss Rebecca, have you been able to find peace? How many are here right now? Sound like you said 8. For those who are of love, who are wanting to do good, some of you have come through and said that you want to help. If you are true, if you are honest, if you are of love and light, I would say yes, that's fine to help, but Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, they make the final decision. Okay? I don't mean to get off track because this session is for Miss Rebecca Nurse from Salem, Massachusetts. Has Miss Rebecca been able to cross over? It almost sounded like they said she did. It's a little bit harder. It's a little bit harder with the PSP7 because even with the noise reduction, we're still fighting some of that scanning. I could cut the noise reduction out altogether, but then we're really cutting out some of the words too. In the last time I spoke, when I was contacting Jesse Combs, there was someone who came through and said, "Phil, thank you." And I just want to say to whoever spirit that was, you are more than welcome, and I thank you. Guys, I come with respect. I come with respect, with peace and love. And I request the same. I heard you. I don't know what you said, but I heard you. Miss Rebecca Town Nurse, has she been able to cross over? Has she been able to go to heaven? Hey guys. Anytime I hear a story of someone who, I heard you. Miss Rebecca, I don't know if others have tried to reach out to you before. I know this machine might seem strange to you. I don't know. I don't presume to know how you feel or what you think about things. But you are more than welcome to step forward and speak through this device. This will give you a voice. There's a moment that I have locked in my head of you standing before the judge and them giving the verdict. And I don't know why that moment is stuck in my head. Sound like the door just closed. But Miss Rebecca, please know that many, many people of the New World and of England, of Great Britain, where you're from originally, that we know the truth. We know what happened. Please know that I wish you love and light. Miss Rebecca, do you have anything, Miss Rebecca Nurse, do you have anything that you would like to say? Any messages you'd like to pass on? Okay, Miss Rebecca, I thank you for your time. If you came through, I thank you for that. Again, I wish you peace, love, and light. Are there any other spirits here? Hello? Sound like he said we come. Are there any other spirits here that would like to say anything before I go? I welcome those of love, of peace. In my mind, I can actually see, I think Michael and Raphael right there by the door. For those of you who help and who provide assistance, thank you. To the angels, to Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, and your angels, I thank you for your protection. I thank you for assisting and helping out with this and guarding this. Sound like you said, "What's up?" Sometimes they come through so fast you can't always make out what they're saying. With the PSB7, it's a little more difficult because you have the scanning, plus they come through quickly, which makes me think that when we talk about frequencies, how we all vibrate to a separate frequency or different frequency, that they're at such a higher rate of vibration that's why they come through quickly. I could be wrong. It's just a theory. All right, guys. I'm sorry. What was that? All righty, guys. I'm going to hang up, okay? I thank you for your time. If you came through and spoke, thank you for that. It is time to leave. I ask that please do not stay in this home. Please do not attach to me. Please do not enter into me, okay? Please return through the doorway that you came. And I ask that those doorways please be closed. If you need the light, please ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael to help you with that. You can ask for the light. You can ask for that bright heavenly light to come down for you. Again, I don't have the final say, but if you are allowed to go into it, then please do. All right, guys. I thank you for your time. You sound like a child. Okay, guys, I can feel myself losing the connection. Okay. I thank you. Please know I respect you. Bye, guys. I have to go now, okay? Bye. I want to turn this off real quick. Okay, so it did sound like the voices were coming through, especially with the app. It sounded like they were coming through a lot stronger. There were some things that were going on with the PSP7, more specifically, the knob turned twice. And I'm sorry, guys. I can feel myself grabbing for my thoughts right now, and I keep going and I apologize. I don't mean to do that to you. I'm actually trying to grasp everything that has happened. I'm definitely curious to know what was said. I feel there was a lot that was said. There was a few moments there when I was asking for Miss Rebecca that it seemed like there was a lot of different voices coming through. And I, very specifically, a woman had come through. I don't know what that means yet. I don't want to make any assumptions. So I am going to put this together. I'm going to listen. I'm going to edit. And then I'll be right back. All right? Thanks. Turn that off. Okay. All right. All right, guys. So, oops. All right, guys.
guys. So, okay, so I'm kind of following up on the messages right now that you guys are leaving. Here, this is still bugging me. All right, there we go. All right. So, okay, gang. So there was most definitely a lot that went on in that session, and I do agree, Catherine, that sounded like a child that came through. I am feeling slightly choked up right now. I don't know. I don't know what happened in that session. I don't know what was said, but I can feel something forming like right back in here. Again, just feeling slightly choked up. If I could associate a feeling to it, it's not sadness. It's regret over the situation. That it was just a sad situation. That's how I'm feeling right now. Oh, I gotta turn the audio off. I'm still recording audio. Yeah, I don't know, guys. This was, I don't know, did you guys, especially when I had the app going, could you tell any difference at all between how it sounded tonight compared to times in the past? Yeah. Yeah, well, no, you're right, Gina. There's a couple of reasons why tonight would be between the phase of the moon, the gold that I now have at this. Now, granted, the gold is new for them too, so let's keep that in mind. I'm sorry that I had to switch over to the PSP7 and was not expecting the tablet to die out. Again, that was operator error. Yeah, Leslie, I agree. It seemed like there was more intensity behind the voices. It seemed like there was more, definitely more clear, but definitely more intense. So I turned off the cameras, I turned off the audio, and normally at this point, I would just shut everything down and go grab something to drink and kick back because I kind of need to recoup from this. And then tomorrow is when I would start going through all the footage and start editing it. I would lay down, I have 2 video tracks, I have 2 audio, actually 3 audio tracks. And so I matched the video. That's why I do the snap in the beginning. That syncs me. And then I just cut in between, me and the spirit phone. And then the hardest part is trying to decipher what they're saying because I have to separate that audio, then I have to slow it down. Then sometimes I have to speed it up, then I have to play it in reverse to make sure I'm hearing what I really think I'm hearing. And then I have to title it. And so it's a very, very lengthy process. And with something like this, because we had voices speaking over each other, I have to listen to it time and okay. Oh,
Give me a second, guys. I am, I don't know, maybe I'm kind of, I feel all over the place, guys. I really do. I feel anxious, a little nervous. I think. Again, I still feel choked up. I'm wondering if this is how she felt when she was called back into the courtroom and found out that the judge made the jury change their verdict to guilty. I'm wondering if this is how she felt. Confusion, disbelief. I'm wondering. Catherine, of course I don't mind, but what do you mean you recorded this? You recorded the entire video session? Yeah, again, I don't mind. I mean, if you want to send it to me, you can. I mean, I can access this as well. Was there something in particular you're wanting me to see on it? Leslie, survivor's guilt is what I feel in regards to the military, because I had friends who'd gone over and luckily the people that I know, they made it through. They had gone over to Iraq, Iran, but they all have health issues as a result. And I never deployed out. I stayed stateside. And that is the guilt that I feel all the time. Yeah, no, Catherine, I just didn't know if there was something in particular that you were wanting me to see on it, that's all. But yeah, this, I'm almost a little upset. I'm not angry, I guess just a little disappointed that I didn't double check the tablet. Because I would have liked for that to have been what we used throughout the entire night. Yeah, Leslie, I was a security specialist. I was in security forces in the Air Force, and one of our jobs was supposed to deploy out with the Army and the Marines and help them secure what's known as a FOB. It's a forward operating base. So we were supposed to go in and make sure the area is clear of any enemy type of activity. And then they could then set up their base, and then of course we would go back. I never deployed out. Well, thank you, Leslie. Hey guys, so do you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns before we call this a night? September 13th. Well, we might have to revisit the 13th. Oh, Friday the 13th. But you know what? Friday the 13th is just a day. It's whatever energy we put towards that day is what's going to make that day what it is. Billy, no, that's actually a great idea. That's actually a really good idea. We've done two-parters before, especially when it's with the team. We've done some two-parters, and so you easily reach out to her again. Elia, no, thank you. So guys, just to let you know, there's a few other people that it has a 3 in it. Exactly, Leslie. Thank you, Gina. Yeah, I think there are a slew of other people that I want to contact, and I know that you want me to contact. I think what I'm going to do, because there are so many people out there, I'm not going to give names, but so many people out there, especially on YouTube, who are reaching out to anybody and everybody. I really want to try to keep with our business model, I guess you could say, our mission statement of trying to help those that need it. Rebecca was a great example of that. There are some famous slaves who have turned on their masters because they wanted freedom. I would like to reach out to them. Dr. Martin Luther King is someone I thought about reaching out to. There are so many out there. There's somebody out on Facebook who, not Facebook, but YouTube. I forgot what I was going to say. I'm so sorry, guys. JFK, he's one that's come up quite a few times. Yeah, Harriet Tubman, a fantastic example. Fantastic example. I don't know, guys. I don't mean to sound melodramatic by any means. Normally, whenever I get done with a session, I'm able to turn everything off, sit down, and just kind of breathe and kind of recoup from the session. So this is all a little bit. There's someone still here. There's someone still here. And I could be completely off, guys. I don't know, but the knee-jerk feeling that I get is that everything is okay. Everything is okay. It's done. It's over. Peace has been made with it. But there's still that I'm going to have to wrap my head around this, guys. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Billy. Thank you, Ilya. Thank you, Vicky. No, Leslie, you're fine. You know what it is, guys. There was, and Gina, I think it was you that posted this, Gina or Sherry, but there is. So, God, what was I saying? There's a, there was an image that was posted on the Saving Ghosts, either it was a group or on the Facebook page, but it's such a sad image. There's a spirit of a woman standing at a window, looking out the window, and it says sometimes they're just waiting for someone to talk to. And I think that's what this was. I think, regardless of when they pass, I think, I don't know this for a fact, I don't know this for sure. It's just a thought, so don't quote me on any of it. When they go into the spirit world, I'm sure that, there are, those who are there to meet them and help them. With Jessie Combs, I think we heard very clearly that she had guides and angels with her helping her out. So I think that they are there and, they can say, don't worry, it's okay, you're fine, we know the truth, and they'll talk about all that. But I think that with some, there still might be that desire, that want, not enough to hold them back, but still just kind of that want of the living to understand and know what happened. And I think that's kind of what's going on here. I think she's made peace with it. Again, I could be wrong. We don't know what has come through yet, but I think she's made peace with it. I think how it happened, there might have been a little struggle with her once, she left her body. But I think that's kind of what this was that it was kind of a release of, thank God, the living knows what happens. My story got out. This is just validation again that I wasn't wrong. That I didn't do anything wrong, and this didn't need to happen, and it was over something that was just so senseless. It didn't even have to do with her collecting herbs or anything like that. She was a churchgoer. She was a pillar in her community, and the fact that a bratty teenager said that she was a witch, and we're seeing the same things, in this day and age. Different forms, but we're still seeing it. We're seeing kids commit suicide over bullying online. And the fact that it was a teenage girl, I believe the daughter of the landowner, who was a pastor, said she was a witch. They found her innocent. She was cleared, and the judge was not happy with that because not the townspeople, but that landowner was still upset. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. But anyways, guys, I got on the soapbox. I'm sorry. Thank you, Billy. Yeah, no. I think that's what this was, guys. I think this was. I think it was possibly her feeling some relief that people are knowing her story. People know what happened. We'll find out once we go through the footage and the audio and all that, but it has been a minute since I have been affected like this. Even with the Jesse Combs one, it seemed like she was more upset that somebody else's crash was better than hers. Still competitive, and she's still looking for something to do. A couple times, she came through and said, "I don't have a job. I need a job." She's still looking for something to do. It's almost like she hasn't missed a step. It's like she went into it. She knew the risks. They came to fruition. Her body was like, "What the hell, dude? Okay, let's move on." And now she's, moving on. That's how I felt about Jessie. Even though it was sudden and even though it was tragic, it wasn't completely unexpected. She was in a good frame of mind. She was what she wanted to do. Rebecca, she was 71 years old, loved by her people, churchgoer. So there's confusion, there's betrayal, there's all of these emotions. And I think what I was feeling was, that just going away. Now, granted, she has been, I'm sure I'm not the first one to have tried to, contact her, but her home, I believe, is now a museum, and she's recognized by the Salem community as well as the world, as someone who this tragically happened to. Her story has been getting out. So I'm sure over time, she's been more and more grateful and happy about that. And I don't suspect that there was a lot of anger in her heart when she was being put to death. I think more I suspect anyways, there was a lot of confusion. Why is this happening to me? I'm not saying there wasn't any anger. I'm sure there had to have been. You're trying to process so many things in a short amount of time. So anyways, guys, I'm sorry. I can go on and on about this. You know what, Leslie? Of course. I fully believe they seek closure. I fully believe it. That's one of the hundreds of ways that I believe you can become earthbound. And so when I'm talking to, saying that, I welcome spirits who accept love, who are of love, there's spirits who are of heaven, who are of love, and then who accept love. I believe that there's earthbound spirits out there who something tragic has happened to them and that they are seeking closure. Doesn't mean they're bad. They accept love. They welcome love. They are of love, but they're stuck because they don't have that closure. And I'll tell you what, guys, since I've been doing this, I've been trying to make a lot of corrections in my own life. Between how I address people, how I talk to people, things that I want to pursue, because I don't want to be in that position. When my spirit leaves my body, I want my guides, my protectors, my loved ones to already be there and say, okay, come on, this is how we do this. And then there, be no issue. Because I can't imagine what it's like to feel sad that you were misunderstood and that you hold on to that emotion, you hold on to that feeling, and you're stuck here. And that feeling, that emotion that you have put on yourself does not allow you to move on. No matter how many times we ask for the light, no matter how many times we say, hey, here's Archangel Michael, here's Archangel Raphael, they can help guide you, they can help heal you. It's almost mirrors what happens here now in this physical body. You can be given all the help in the world, but if you don't take it, if you don't open yourself up to it, nothing's going to happen. Need to. Leslie, that is fantastic. Jesse, that is Leslie. I'm thinking Jesse now. Leslie, that is fantastic. Thank you for the update on that. Catherine, thank you so much for popping in. Seriously, thank you so much for popping in. Have a great night at work. And we'll be talking to you soon. And so, that was something that I saw a lot in social services, and that's what caused me to get burned out, was that you have people who are saying, I want help, I want to be able to do this, that, and the other, and you give them a direction, and they choose not to follow. And I think the same can happen in the spirit world. So keep this in mind, guys, or at least ponder this thought. That whatever your mindset is now, however you live your life now, that's going to very possibly mirror itself in the spirit world. So think about your thought processes. Think about how you view things. Step outside of yourself for a moment and honestly take a good look at yourself. And I can't urge this enough, guys, because if there are things that are happening now with you, with how you view things, with how you handle things, it's only going to mirror itself once you pass on. So start thinking about that, all right? Guys, we have to take a look at the thoughts that we don't vocalize, our subconscious thoughts. We have to think about, here's a great example, and I've spoken about this before. You think about starting a business. Let's say you want to open up a small restaurant, and you have the idea for it, you see how it can happen, but then there's that voice back here that says, hold on. That's not a real job. You can't do that. You don't have the money. You can't do that. Who would buy that? All of those self-defeating thoughts that bring you right back down, that go, well, yeah, you know what, you're right. I shouldn't be thinking that way. That's what I'm talking about. Those thoughts that hold you back, those thoughts that keep you locked. Learn how to change those thoughts. If you want, one point, we can actually have a session on how to do that. But it's something to think about. I don't want to spend too much time on it right now because I could get on another soapbox. But guys, in the coming days, I welcome your thoughts. I welcome your your opinions on this. Again, if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do. Please try to pass the word along. We're really trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers. If we can, there's going to be a lot more things we're going to be able to do. All right, guys. Step outside your comfort zone. The moment you feel comfortable is the moment you're stagnant. The moment you feel comfortable is the moment you have killed your own creative process. It's creativity that keeps us alive. It's creativity. Why we're even here on this earth, we were made to create. We are artisans. Every single one of us. I don't care if you cook, if you paint, if you build, if you, whatever it may be. Everything is creation. For those of you who practice Christianity, when it says that we are created in the likeness of God, God is creation. We are creation. The moment you become complacent is the moment you die. Thank you, Leslie, for that. Something I would highly recommend everybody look into, changing your paradigms. Learn how to change your paradigms. We can either have a talk about it one night if you want, or you can go online. Specifically, Bob Proctor is who you want to go to. You also want to look up a man by the name of Robin Sharma. He's an author, used to be an attorney. These are people who are self-made. They tell you exactly how they did it. They don't hold anything back. And it's an eye-opener. Be everything you desire. Give yourself permission. Become your own parent. Anytime you have a thought that's self-defeating, realize that is not your thought. That is your paradigm. That is your programming. That is what somebody else has taught you. Pull that thought in. Don't ignore it. Don't push it aside. Pull that thought in. Have a talk with it. Have a conversation with it. Why are you telling me I can't do this? Well, because this. Well, why? There's people out there who would buy this. Well, there's this. Well, no, there's. Have a talk with it. You're gonna feel crazy at first, but have a talk with it. Become your own parent. Set your own rules. Change your own paradigms. All right, guys? All right, gang. I love Bob Proctor. He's fantastic. And the book, Think and Grow Rich, I have a leather-bound version of it. I highly recommend getting that book, guys. All right? All right, gang. I cannot thank you enough. This has been an interesting session. This has been an emotional session. I'm still kind of feeling it right here. Guys, if we don't have anything else, guys, thank you so much for everything. Sincerely, thank you for everything. All right. As I wish them, I will wish you the same. I wish you love and light, guys. Take care. I gotta turn this thing off now. Okay, here we go.